Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on how to get your Oreo Dunk program running to get your robot. This is with the little arm once you've put it together. On my website, under Extras, if you don't get it from a flash drive from me, you can get it from here. There is a zipped folder. If you save that to your desktop, then you will have something that looks like this, which you can then right-click and then extract to Oreo Dunk programs. When you do that, you get a folder that looks like this. There is the PDF on how to put the arm together, which is really good, except for once you get it all together. Once you get it all together, the last bit here, this stuff right here, you don't have this. You have the regular Arduino Uno. This is a one that came with a kit. So you can't follow this. What you can do for the wiring is if you go to their site, which is littlearmrobot.com, and under tutorials, they have a wiring diagram, and not the 2C, but the original one, because that's the one that has the original wiring. And the original wiring looks like this. Now, the thing is that when you're doing this, just remember that the red is power, the red is power, the brown is ground, and the orange one is the one that goes to these things over here. So even though these look like they come from different places or whatever, it's always red is power, brown is ground, and yellow is the goes into the Arduino. Okay? Once you've got it wired up, then in this folder, you have to do a couple of things. So you're going to have to open up Arduino, which should be on your desktop. When you open up the Arduino, you have to make sure that you have to have it connected, obviously, with the cord. So once you've connected it with the cable, hopefully this will open up shortly, then your program is inside of the Little Arm 2C folder. So what you would then do is once this is open like this, I'll maximize it. Under Tools, make sure that you've got this connected to a COM port like that. Should say Genuine Uno here. And then I go to File, I go to Open, and on my desktop, it's wherever that folder is. Let's go down to Oreo Dunker. There it is. I go into the Little Arm 2C, and there's the program. Double click on that, and here is my program. Very detailed, has all kinds of comments and stuff if you want to learn how these things work. So now, if I click the check mark, that does, just like with Robot C, it's a compile to make sure that the program is okay. And it will be, because you just got it, and it's a new, there haven't been any changes made to it. After you can do that one time, then you click on this button right here. You'll see it says Upload. So when I click on that, it uploads the program to the robot. And you have to wait until that green that you saw over here goes away. Once that is done, then you need to close all of your Arduino programs. You need to make sure they're all closed. Then you go to this folder, the GUI. Double click on that, and this one that says Application, you double click on that. If your arm is not plugged in, this program won't run, so you have to make sure it's connected. The first program was just what needs to be on the Arduino. This is the program that runs it. It looks like this. First thing you do, you click this drop down and click on that. Now it's connected. Now, if you have power to it, you'll hear buzzing, it may jump around and stuff. Once you do this, it should sit still. And then if you click on Go Home, then it should, it goes kind of straight up. So this is how you control it. This moves the base, you move this back and forth, this rotates it. The servo's from the bottom up. The base, then the shoulder, then the elbow, and finally the gripper. This opens and closes the gripper. So what you do is you move it, and then you record position. Then you move it again, and you record position. When you get it so that once you've gripped it, and you're holding onto the Oreo, for example, then what you can do is you've got all your steps there. Then when you click play sequence, it will step through and make it do the things you want to do. Now down here in speed, you could put this somewhere in the middle. I wouldn't go at the top because that goes too fast and it'll mess it up. But you can go a little bit. I usually forget to do it and end up leaving it down there, which still works, just kind of slower. All right, so that runs at one time. If you click start loop, it will repeat that sequence over and over and over again, which isn't going to work for you because you need to wait for the Vex to give you the Oreo. But this will get you going so that you can record things here, record, and then you play the sequence. If you mess up, you click here, clear sequence, and it erases everything, and you start back at the beginning. What it does is it creates this file right here. See how that wasn't here before? Now it is. When I double click on it, oh, they don't have any there because I just cleared it. So if I go back in here, and let me just record that position, move this a little, move that a little, record position, then slide my gripper over, record position. Now, when I open it up, there's a series of numbers: base, shoulder, elbow, gripper, speed. Those numbers are that. So I recorded 3 steps. You can actually see, and you can actually tweak individual steps if you wanted to. If it didn't go down quite, this is, went from 50 to 120 at the shoulder. If it didn't go down enough, I could go in there and make it 130 and then save my file and then come back here and play my sequence and see if that made it better. So you can play around with these numbers in order to tweak individual positions. You'll see I went from 65 to 5. That was moving my gripper. So this is what this does. So that's pretty much what you need to get things going with the little arm. Okay?